Oak City
Indie Games.
Take 23. So if you played video games at all in recent years, you probably recognize these. So last year I got an idea. What if you took the concept of a weight-based arena shooter and a daily challenge, and you smushed it together in one interesting game? Well, I set out to make said game, and I've codenamed it Project 24. A weight-based arena shooter with a daily challenge leaderboard. Nice. But there's one catch. Each day, randomly chosen modifiers are going to change how the game plays. Maybe today you do double damage with melee. Maybe tomorrow, gravity's half of what it normally is. You never know what you're going to get. Wow. So if this project sounds like something you're interested in, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, and stay tuned for our regular updates.
I like indie games so much. I created Oak City Indie Games.
Oak City
Indie Games.
Do you like gaming and live in North Carolina? I want to tell you about an amazing event happening this month called Oak City Indie. It's a gaming celebration with an astounding 48 indie games for you to play. We got racing games, wacky roguelites, cozy games, boomer shooters. We got VR games where you fly, where you dive in the sea, VR games where you kill lizard men with a huge sword. We got an arcade game where you have to touch your opponent's hands. What? Oak City Indie in Raleigh, North Carolina. Tickets are on sale now. We got polished platformers, games where you make chocolate, games where you fight chocolate. Meet the developers of 48 indie games. Shake my slimy hand. We got co-op games, solo games, competitive games. My Game MechTech will be there. We just won Game of the Year from Playthrough 2025. Come try out the game. We're even going to have a tournament. Even going to have a tournament. Oak City Indie Games 2025 in Raleigh, North Carolina on October 18th. Tickets are on sale now. What are you waiting for? There's raffles, prizes, cosplay. It's going to be an amazing time, and I will see you there.
Oak City
Indie Games.
So as you're coming over, arc.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Like basically. Shut it.
Nice. Oak City.
Indie Games.
No self-respecting gentleman would dare engage with your average camp mystery meat, so why should you bother starting? Trust in your remaining strength with STAM. Oh, mysterious, finally legal, a tried and true pioneer in palatability. Engage with history with every bite, savoring ancient flavor. Become history when this non-perishable collaterals you as a perishable. Made with the most frugal cuts of unham, STAM is a certified dinner staple for those from all walks of life. Please consume responsibly.
Oak City
Indie Games.
So we're about to talk to Gabe, the developer of this super mindful, super meditative virtual pet named Amaru. It's gonna totally help you calm down. All right, let's go in and see what he's up to. Hey, Gabe.
You surprise me like that. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm so great. I'm so great. You know, just like the epitome of inner peace right now. You know, just laying down a guided meditation right now. You know, just really helping people with their mental health. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna hide that over there. Yeah, no, you know, I started Amaru 5 years ago, and then you know the economy took a hit, and you know, 5 years in the mobile measurement game, and you know, it's funny making a game for furry.
Gabe works in this office with a super collaborative, supportive community of developers.
Find your seat and find your place in your body. Feel your breath move easily. Feel the peace, and I swear to God, if these people don't shut up! Hey, do you guys mind? I'm trying to record a guided meditation here.
There's this one guy, he's so rude. He comes in and he's shouting all the time. I don't get it. He does like guided meditation or something. What are you so upset about?
5 years in the mobile game will do things to you.
Oak City
Indie Games.
Is this the right place?
Diddle Simulator.
No, stay on the island. Oh no, Craig! Oh no! Oh no!
Who won? Teal.
I'm not good at this one.
How many are there?
There's 3.
But I like no, it just keeps like
Until you want to stop. That's on you, dog. How many do you want to play? Yeah, at that point you just walk away. Like, I know where we're doing this.
It's competitive. This is too much. He's domineering.
Chris is gonna figure out what every button does. Let's go.
Welcome to Watchword, the anagram roguelike. My name is Chase, and I'm the developer behind this indie game. Anagrams are scrambled up words, so in Watchword, the name of the game is to beat each level by spelling, then scoring words on your board. I designed this game to be strategy focused, so a major part of Watchword is carefully choosing magical books to change the rules of the game and discover some crazy synergies. For example, this book gives me infinitely stacking points called marks, as long as the words that I'm playing are new to the run. Or there's this book, which gives me a multiplier called amp for using unique letters on my board. In the full game, I've created over 100 unique books to choose from, so the combinations are endless. You might even run into a few forbidden books that make it possible to invent new words that aren't even in any dictionary. Pretty cool, right? Part of what makes it possible to play crazy words like this are the deck building mechanics that I've included in Watchword. You can add, remove, and even upgrade the pieces in your bag to better fit your build. Let's see, I've been using a lot of E's this run, so I think let's upgrade those. Each run you'll be assigned a special word called, well, your watchword. If you're able to score that word, you'll increase the size of your board for the rest of the run. This can make it easier to play more words and score more marks. But One of my favorite parts about Watchword is how you don't always necessarily need to go for the longest word or have the largest vocabulary to see some huge scores. It's all up to you and how you choose to build the run. And yeah, for a 3-letter word, that is a pretty fat number. The last concept I'd like to talk about is watchguards. They are the ones you see peering through the little spy hole watching you play. They do all sorts of stuff to modify the board and give you increasingly more difficult score requirements. I designed the watchguards to have subtle but impactful actions that make each trial feel a little different while giving you a nice extra challenge. At the end of the day, Watchword was made to let you spell some weird words and score some insane amounts of points in a majorly satisfying way. I've done my best to create a game where you can just find yourself lost in the letters, fitting just one more word in and playing just one more run. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. I hope you'll enjoy playing Watchword as much as I've enjoyed making it.
I remember my first tomato so fondly. You know, I was about 5 years old. My grandma plucks this massive heirloom from her garden, just slices it up right there and just feeds it to me. So juicy, so fresh, unbelievable. That 5 years old, that was really where it all started.
Can you tell me about Michael's tomato addiction?
Yeah, it started about a year ago, and it's like he's a completely different person. It's just, I mean, we're worried about him.
What a memory. Of course, years after that, I would get into the sauces. I would start diving into the tomato sauces. I get into the pizza. You know, I start trying out different kinds of tomatoes. You get your grape tomatoes, you get your cherry tomatoes.
You know, he's been shutting himself off in his room. It smells like ketchup all the time. It's gotten really bad.
All sorts of different tomatoes.
I can't talk about it. I can't.
I'm one of the experts on tomato addiction. They were asking for help. Michael just wouldn't stop eating tomatoes, like with coffee, with lunch, in a meeting. It didn't stop. I thought they were exaggerating, but in this case, I see why they started bringing in an expert. I'm actually the third expert they brought in, and I see why my colleagues were like, this is unbelievable. This could be groundbreaking, actually, as a case study, an evidence-based study on tomato addiction. So it's interesting to observe, but it's heartbreaking to see the reactions from everyone. I have hope that we can figure it out, but I don't know.
Oak City
Indie Games.
Oak City
Indie Games.
Oak City Indie Games is fueled by cheese balls.
There's a secret inside every barrel of Oak City Indie cheese balls. Tomato.
They called me a killer. But when the Ancient Ones returned, they were the ones consumed by madness. I will count my lucky stars. For I can't lose my sanity if I never had it to begin with.
Oak City
Indie Games.
Oak City
Indie Games.
when you can say my name.
카렌은 사실 개발자이면서 동시에 회사의 대표이기도 하다. 미국 노스캐롤라이나주에 본사를 둔 그녀의 회사는 환경과 기후를 주제로 몰입형 교육 콘텐츠 개발에 주력하고 있다. 그리고 현재 개발 중인 프로젝트가 바로 제주 해녀 문화를 주체로 한 VR 어드벤처 시뮬레이션 게임 제주의 파도 해녀학교이다. 직장을 그만둔 주인공 은지가 제주에서 해녀가 되기 위해 훈련하는 과정을 담은 이 콘텐츠는 2022년부터 개발을 시작해 현재는 데모 버전 단계다. 카렌은 게임의 완성도를 높이기 위해 이곳 제주에서 직접 바다에 잠기고 해녀들과 함께 숨쉬며 개발을 이어가고 있다. 제주 바다를 직접 체험하며 해녀 문화의 정신을 발견한 그녀. 프로젝트명인 제주의 파도라는 말처럼 과거와 미래를 잇는 새로운 물결을 만들어내길 응원한다.
Oak City
Indie Games.
Hey Nintendo! Did you know? Earthlings don't want to pay $80 for a game. What happened to scoring points? What happened to zany, wacky, slapstick fun? What happened to playing with your friends? What happened to unlocking 12 quirky skins and 4 thrilling levels? Over 4 different modes, and gameplay that's both engaging and rewarding? It's all here. It's $3. It's off the shelf. From Neverus.
Waves of Jeju Diving School is a cozy simulation game where you leave your corporate job and train with your instructor Yoonji to become a Haenyeo freediver on Jeju Island. Your goal is to make your way through diving and stewardship lessons so that you can be accepted into one of the local Haenyeo collectives. You'll even be able to change the style and colors of your equipment to suit your personality or mood. As you explore the breathtaking scenery, you'll learn about traditional ecological knowledge, ocean safety, how to read weather conditions, and more. The adorable school dog, Ollie, will keep you company as you progress along your journey, and you'll develop a stronger bond as you get to know one another. You'll discover Korean folklore and experience magical moments of connection with fish and other creatures as you spend more time in the ocean. Are you ready to dive in?
Oak City
Indie Games.